Hey guys, thanks for joining. I bought myself a Gunner G1 large and I thought I'd do a video on the unboxing. Being based in Australia, Gunner don't actually send here, so I've had to ship it from the US, and it goes by weight and size, so it's about 1100 long by 900 high, or 900 wide I should say. And I think in terms of height it was something like 600 high. Now the weight was 114 pounds, so there you go, 620, so 114 pounds. And because it's oversized, I used my US.com, and yeah, I was charged about $1,400 US. As you can see, it is boxed pretty well. I bought a bunch of accessories and it comes all together, so obviously the packers would put the accessories inside the carton so you don't have to worry about multiple boxes being shipped. Accessories I received were the performance pad, fan kit, tie down straps, all-weather kit, Kennel Bowl, and then obviously the door. Okay, it comes with every crate that you buy. So firstly, I'll put the bottom and the tops together. It's held together with 6 bolts. Now, it also comes with wheels on the back, and as I understand it, that's only available for the large. The weather kit, if you end up getting the weather kit, here's a tip. Don't put the kennels together yet, so put the weather kit on before you screw the kennel in, because the bolts actually go through little eyelets that's been pop riveted into the webbing material of the weather kit. So if you've already done up your kennel, you're going to have to undo it all and put it back together, which is a pain because there's not only the 6 or so that go around the sides. Actually, I think it's 8 screws that go around, 3 on each side and 2 at the back. There's also the handle screws that are on top of the kennel that also go through little eyelets on the weather kit canvas sheeting that you got there. So all I did was, I used a ratchet to tighten it all up. And the other hot tip that I think everyone should know, because I made this mistake, is don't actually tighten it up all the way until you've got the door in, because it causes issues with the door where it won't close properly if you tighten up the kennel first and then do the doors. So what I've been told, and after doing some research, is you loosely tighten these up, and then you put in the door and tighten the door, and then go around and tighten the rest of the bolts. So this is the part here I was talking about, where you've got the handles that screw into the top, but they go into eyelets of the weather kit. So they're just little hex heads that go in. There's 2 on each side. Make sure that the handles are straight before you tighten it all up. And then the door. So there's 1 screw at the top and the bottom, and 2 on either side. So as I was saying before, if you've tightened up the kennel, the door won't actually shut properly if you do it the way I've done it here. You actually need to do the doors first, tighten those up, and then go around. Now, one other thing I've learnt after doing it is I was reaching around the sides behind the hinge, but see that dot there? There's actually a little hole that you can poke your Allen key through. And I, as you can see there, I was going in from the side, which made it quite awkward because, it's behind the door and behind the hinge and it's quite dark. So it wasn't until I was trying to figure out how to make the door close properly that I noticed actually there's these holes here that you could just poke the Allen key straight through. That makes everything so much easier. So once that was all in, probably, I don't know, half an hour it took to finish the whole thing. And it just, on the bottom right, so my door's hinged to the left there, on the bottom right it just would catch and you'd have to give it a bump. So with my kennel I got the faceplate, I also got the tie down kits, and as you can see here you get 4 of these really heavy duty straps which go into the corners on the top of the crate and then anchored down to your vehicle. This here is the water bowl, and it's a really nice piece of kit. Like, it just bolts in, and you can pour the water from the outside and it dribbles inside into the bowl and the dog is hydrated. Very handy. And I got the fan kit as well. So this is the fan kit 2.0. I don't know what the version 1 was like, but I just thought I'd order the 2.0. You have options to either mount it on the door or on the side grills or even on the back grill. In the end, I mounted mine on the door because I don't have much room either side of my car, so having it mounted there on the side was not going to fit. So in the end, I mounted it on the front. And it's good because, you know, it blocks the view of the dog as well. So if your dog is pretty high drive, you can drop the curtains down on the weather kit, and the fan pretty much blocks and obstructs any view going out. So it tends to just sit there and chills out. It's got 2 modes. You've got just, you know, slow, and then you've got fast. And I should turn on the sound here for you guys so you can hear the wind coming through. Now it shuts pretty snugly there, and that's it on my car. So I've got that mounted in. It's plugged into an AC port that I've got in my vehicle. I'm not sure. I was just lucky I've got a Japanese vehicle with American plugs or Japanese plugs, so that worked really well for me. And I've got those tie downs put down to the side of my anchor points. Yeah, and it shuts just nice and tight. So look, overall, very happy with the crate, but obviously the cost is quite prohibitive. I was thinking about getting another one for my other dog, but at $1,400 to ship it here, I'm buying 2 crates anyway. Thanks for your time. I hope that's helpful, and best of luck with yours.